Hey everybody, welcome to the Blog and Grill. I'm your host Doug here with your video blog for March 26th. The end of March is coming. Time to take a quick look at my bracket. I'll take a look at it and let you know what happened over the weekend. Louisville advanced, Oregon will play them. Michigan State and Duke will match up. Then we got Wichita State and LaSalle matching up. In the bottom part we got Arizona and Ohio State going at it. Then we got Marquette, Miami, Indiana and Syracuse, Florida versus Florida Gulf Coast, the 15 seed making it into the Sweet 16, and then Kansas and Michigan at the top. Right now I have 10 of 16 correctly selected. And we'll check the bracket pool to see who is winning right now in the bracket pool. It was a great weekend of college hoops. We saw some upsets as well, along with just some great play. I am currently sitting in the Doug's Blog and Grill, which you will win $50 if you win the bracket pool. Currently, I'm in 7th place. Mr. Ashton is in the front with Ryan Meggs in second. Chase Marston tied up with Mike Larkin for 3rd place. So that's what we got going on right there. It should be great. I'm going to break down some Sweet 16 matchups later on in the week. Time, though, to talk about the Miami Heat. They have now won 27 games in a row. Last night, three-point shooting was on display for them, and they shot the ball well. Rashard Lewis, Mario Chalmers, Norris Cole, Ray Allen combined for a very high three-point percentage. I believe they hit 16 combined. So that was quite impressive. Actually, I think it was 14 combined. So very impressive performance from them as well. The Heat are just winning well. Dwayne Wade out with an injury. He should be back tomorrow night against the Bulls. That's going to be a big game. And then Sunday, of course, they look to extend it to 30 when they take on the San Antonio Spurs if all goes as planned. I think the Heat will get it. I think they'll run the table. I don't think they're losing another game in the regular season. On to our AL East preview, probably the most anticipated and most talked about division in Major League Baseball. I'm going to start with the team in 5th place who made a lot of moves. Boston Red Sox last year finished 69 and 93. I don't think they're going to make a huge jump this year. They did have a lot of offseason moves. They brought in Mike Napoli to play some catcher first base. Steven Drew play some shortstop for him since Mike Aviles left. And Shane Victorino to play some right field for them. Another interesting move. They also got some pitching. Ryan Dempster will be a starter. Joel Hanrahan will be their closer. And Koji Uehara will also be in the bullpen. So they made a lot of good moves. I don't know if they're going to have enough power to really compete in the AL East. But I think for sure they're going to win 7 to 11 more games. And I think they'll still probably stay right in that 5th spot. We'll talk about that when I give you the standings later. The team that made all the moves, the Toronto Blue Jays last year, 73 and 89, struggled with injuries all year. This team's going to win 15 to 20 more games this year. R.A. Dickey, Josh Johnson, Mark Burley are your starting pitchers they brought in. They also brought in Jose Reyes and Melky Cabrera along with Emilio Bonifacio. The team's the favorite to win. Hard to live up to these expectations. I do not think they will win the division, but I do think they might get into the playoffs, which would be the first time since around 1993. So just something to watch there for sure. Blue Jays are the favorite to win. I think they're going to hit the ball well. Could struggle to pitch. Burley might be a little bit overrated, and Josh Johnson could struggle in the power hitting AL. Tampa Bay didn't make a whole lot of moves. They brought in James Loney, who's kind of on the back nine for sure. Will Myers, they traded for him, got rid of James Shields and some other big-time pitchers, Wade Davis. We'll see what they do. I think they'll lose 1 to 4 more games. They finished 3rd last year at 90 and 72. Baltimore Orioles, the surprise last year, 93 and 69. No real big moves. Of course, they got rid of their 3rd baseman, Mark Reynolds. Manny Machado will now man the hot corner. I think they're going to be young and productive. They're a very young team. They got young starting pitching with Jake Arrieta, Wei-Yin Chen. I think they'll be fine. They're young. Manny Machado is going to have a ginormous year, probably. Definitely a running rookie of the year. And I think they're going to be great. They'll be solid, and I think they can perform up to their standards. In a tough division, they'll lose 1 to 4 more games, just because I think they'll drop some of the Blue Jays improving. Yankees, the team that everybody has dead in the water. 95 and 67 last year. I think they're going to lose 2 to 5 more games this year. Trade for Vernon Wells. This trade just went down. They traded for Vernon Wells, sent a couple of outfielders out of there. But the injuries are the big talk. Granderson going to be out for a while. Mark Teixeira going to be out for a while. Jeter now heading to the DL before the season starts, most likely. So those injuries are really going to be the talk. We'll see Eduardo Nunez play a lot at short. Probably Kevin Youkilis or Juan Rivera play some at first. And we're going to see Brett Gardner in center field with Eduardo Nunez at short. Just some weird moves going on there. Brennan Bosch, he could be the starting left fielder. They brought him in. Youkilis will likely start at third. Travis Hafner, DH. Juan Rivera is going to be in at first base. So still a team that could compete for sure. I like their chances to still win the division. This could be their last division unless they start getting younger. Because I think Robinson Cano can definitely win you his fair share of ball games. So in the division, I got the Red Sox still finishing in fifth. This division is going to be tight. This division could be decided by a total of 8 games maybe. Rays will finish fourth. Orioles third. I still think the Orioles will be solid. Blue Jays are going to make a jump all the way up to second. I think they'll clinch a wild card spot. And the Yankees will once again win the division by probably a game or two. Could come down to a playoff as well. Could be interesting. We could see our first playoff to play into the playoffs. So it could be wild. Let's look at my AL East breakdown. I'll have more about baseball coming up later on in the show. All right, take your pick tonight. Knicks, Celtics, they're tipping in the guard at the TD Boston Garden in about 27 minutes. I got the Knicks winning this game. I think Tyson Chandler will play tonight. I just want to check, make sure nothing's been said about Tyson playing or not. I like what the Knicks are doing now. They've won 4 games in a row, and I think they're starting to figure out how to play with each other and how to play better defensively. That has been the key for this team all year long, and I think they'll be solid. I think they can beat Boston if they just out-physical them, which could be tough for them, but I think they can do it. So I got the Knicks winning that game. U.S. and Mexico tonight facing off in Mexico. The U.S. has never beat them there. I think this one will end in a draw. Yes, a good old-fashioned tie. And Derek Jeter, do I think he's going to go to the DL? Yes, I do. I think Jeter will report to the DL for 15 days, putting him retroactive to April 6th, which is next Saturday. So I'm going to have a lot more about baseball. Baseball starts next week, of course. Tomorrow I'll be back on with another blog. We got pushed back a day. Went on vacation. AL West action tomorrow. I'll break down the AL West. Friday we'll break down the NL West. Don't forget Sweet 16 action coming up tomorrow. I'll break down the Thursday Sweet 16 games. We'll go in depth on each one of those. And Friday games, the games for the Sweet 16 on Friday, I'll break down Friday afternoon for you, and you'll be all set to go. Follow me on Twitter at YankeeBall@415. You can look me up also on jbsmooth84.com. Give me a like, give me a comment. I'll answer it right here live on the sports blog. This has been Doug Day here, hanging out with you. Hope you enjoyed the show. Leave me a comment. I'll answer your question right here. Have a great day. See ya.